I'm Suzann Victor, born in Singapore and living on Gadigal land, now known as Sydney, Australia. I create works that prospect the contours of human sensorial experience, perception, and phenomena by mining materials from the body, harnessing the physics of light and water with engineered components and the ready-made. Constellations is a showcase of 5 distinct series of works that are predicated on the counterintuitive idea of using absence and invisibility to create a burgeoning, visible presence. In this exhibition, transparency is a form of absence that conducts visibility like no other filter. This means that each work contains a story living inside a story inside a story. The story of transparent materials hiding in plain sight, the story of recasting shadows into light, the story of surface tension becoming printing tension, the story of trapping light between 2 surfaces, the story of marks that optically appear and disappear, the story of the viewer co-authoring the work in real time, even the story of seeing backwards. The Tension Printing series comprises works that are architecturally configured into wall sculptures. Transparent circular discs interlock and orbit around themselves to carve out an arena of emptiness that sets the stage for printing shadows made of light. When kindled by light, these artworks regenerate themselves so as to occupy dimensions beyond their mere materiality. Fractals are never-ending patterns encoded in life and nature. Hence, the experience of viewing these works also transport us out of the confines of the gallery into the open systems that they mirror in the physical world, such as rivers, tributaries, lightning, tree branches, to the submerged world of mycelium structures underground, or the hidden pulmonary, arterial, and neural networks in our bodies. Proliferating with self-similarity due to its fractal symmetry, each light print is in fact unique. They have been liberated by light to translocate and occupy 2 places at the same time: the disk surfaces they adhere to and the walls they beam onto, magnified manifold. Transparency is an unparalleled transmitter of light. Translucence, on the other hand, is less giving, offering neither the presence nor absence of light, but the enigma of both. The Enigma series was born out of relinquishing control. Perched on my stomach across a trolley stand, my hand grasping a brush loaded with touche ink, I become a passive artist whose mobility depends entirely on workshop technicians who push and wheel me over a 3-meter drawing miler, sometimes at scary speeds, such that no lingering gesture is possible, except the registration of quick, spontaneous, and successive strokes. The printed mesh behaves like a light diffusing veil, a foreground, as much as the picture plane itself, through which the back image partially appears as well as vanishes from sight. This can be attributed to the thousands of tiny apertures that are built into the weave of the mesh, through which the back layer is glimpsed, almost voyeuristically. Each work Enigma series traps space between the front and back layers to become a container of light, a lantern. Within its shallow box frame, there is no contest between shadow and light, just shadowless light. Concrete shadows is the antithesis of the Tension Printing and Enigma series. From transparency, translucency, we arrive at opacity. It comprises matte black interlocking discs that present the absence of light, since all light is absorbed by the confrontational solidity of the material and the kingpin of colors, black. While it is an overseas work trip for the many artists invited to STPI, the ones that I make to STPI are inextricably linked to my own experience of returning home to Singapore. And so the STPI Creative Workshop team is like an artistic family that one returns to time and again. As such, I have come to know the workshop team not only as highly professional collaborators, but as human beings that I've come to enjoy and to know in deep, meaningful ways. The close proximity that is forged between the artist and the team is not only about access and the efficient expenditure of time, but significantly also about the experience of intimacy, vulnerability, and intensity compressed by time, out of which synergistic breakthroughs occur. I invite audiences to think of printmaking beyond the exacting, precision-based process that is commonly associated with it. I hope audiences can come away from the show with renewed eyes of perception to see the invisible, the absent, and the nuanced in a new light.